Okay, yeah. Hi everyone. This is Chris from Dorahacks. Very glad to host you guys tonight for another Avalanche hackathon. So for this hackathon, it's a 5 million prize pool hackathon, which is really great, and we are very looking forward to see there will be some great projects emerged from this hackathon, and uh, it is actually very great to see that the Avalanche ecosystem is booming right now. There's a lot of innovation and a lot of great teams are trying to build upon the Avalanche blockchain. So we are really looking forward to see that you guys could build up the next superstar products in the Avalanche ecosystems. Yeah. Today, we are very happy to have 5 projects with us, and they are NFTPawn, CryptoBeatsVR, uh, Dante Network, PooZone, and SongRise. And also, we are very pleased to have 2 judges with us. They are Philip, who is the co-lead of the Hot Cross, and also Song, who is the founder of the Titans ventures. Welcome. Also, the last words is because we have 5 projects today, so please try to limit your presentation in 10 minutes so that we could save some time for Q&A part for judges. Cool. So without further ado, let's welcome the first project to start, which is the NFT Pawns. So Robert, it's your time.
Hello. My name is Trevor Kraus. I'm communications manager at MyConstant. With me is Robert. He is growth manager, Luke, product manager, and Ludi, business development manager. In a minute, I'm going to hand this presentation over to Robert. But I just want to give you a brief overview of the application we're going to present, NFTPawn. Our pawn protocol allows customers who want to use various NFTs from across different blockchains to borrow cryptocurrency by using their NFT as collateral. And in essence, this is really a decentralized pawn shop. So customers can create the terms and then borrowers can transact safely and securely on the blockchain. So I don't want to give too much away, so I'll hand this next part over to Robert.
Right, thanks, Trevor. Just like Trevor just said, Pawn Protocol and NFTPawn are our newest and most exciting project. So Pawn Protocol provides an infrastructure to create a reliable NFT P2P lending solution for NFT markets. Right now, with NFTPawn, it will provide smart contracts and backend APIs to all the developers to build their own application on top and without any development from scratch. So NFTPawn is our first application that demonstrates the function, the uses of Pawn Protocol. And this is like a model of what P2P NFT lending solution would look like, right? So in a nutshell, NFTPawn is a platform where we connect lenders and borrowers and powered by smart contract. The NFT owners who wants to use their NFT as collateral and asking and borrowing some funds can go into our platform, create a loan offers, and waiting for an investor to come in and accept that offer. A crypto investor with their fund can use their crypto to invest in exciting new NFT projects with very short amount of time and very high APY in a such safe environment with the backed assets is an NFT. Right, and so basically, when NFT owners jump into our platform, they can create a contract which has all the information that you need, like loan amount and loan terms and interest. So as soon as the both parties agree on this on this contract, the NFT will be locked in our smart contract, and the fund will be transferred to the NFT owner's wallet simultaneously. After the loan terms and before the contract expiration date, the NFT owners have to repay all the loan and interest in order to get back the NFT. Default the loan and the NFT will be transferred to the crypto investor, and they will be the newest owner of that NFT. So without further ado, I will demo our product on our website, so which is NFTPawn.financial. Right. So in order to create a loan, first I need to own some NFT in my wallets. Right. So the first thing first, I need to connect my wallet into the platform. So click on Connect Wallet and choose the network. So right now I'm going to choose Avalanche Network, and it will automatically connect into my wallet. Right. So in order to see my assets, my NFTs, and my balance info, I just click on my assets tab, and it will show you all the information you need, your balance info in AVAX and USDC and all your NFT collections. So right now, for example, if I want to borrow 100 USDC to buy some AVAX, and to do so, I need to use one of my NFT as collateral. So for example, my Meta Bounty Hunters NFT are currently selling on OpenKey for about 20 AVAX. So I think 100 USDC as a loan using this as collateral would be reasonable. So I need to click on that and click on make a loan. Right, in this screen, what I need to do is just input a loan amount, loan duration, and interest. Right, and I just put all the information that I mentioned above. So I want to borrow 100 USDC for, let's say, about 30 days, right? And I'm willing to pay up to 40% APY. In the bottom box, here is all the information that you can see prior to the payment. So, or the max interest you have to pay, the platform fee, and the max repayment, which is 104.29 USDC after 30 days, right? So when I click make a loan, the process will be going to my wallet, and I need to sign the contract. And yeah, that's the loan is successfully created. So my loan will be listed in the listing loan. So just click on the listing loan tab, and you will see the newest NFT just listed on the loan. So what I'm right now, what I need to do is just sit here and wait for a crypto investor to go into our platform and accept my offer. Right. So yes, and the next thing I want to demo is in the crypto investor perspective, right? So let's say I have crypto in my wallet, right, USDC, and I want to invest in this NFT project. And what I need to do is go into the listing loan tab, connect my wallet, obviously, and choose the NFT project or collections that I think is benefit me the most, right, with high APY or very short duration. So let's say I want to borrow this, right? So 440 USDC for 60 seconds. But for me, I don't really think 5% APY would be reasonable. So I will raise this by click on that and make an offer, right? By click on make an offer, you can offer a new loan terms, loan amount and interest. So I happy with the amount, I'm happy with duration, but I don't really think 5% APY is reasonable. So what I need to do is just pump it up to 50%, right? And here, when the interest is higher than the original loan order, you cannot use that. So this is one of the functions that we create just to have a safety function, right? So let's change it to 10%. I'm happy with that. Click order now. Sorry, I choose the loan duration. Click offer now, right? And then sign the contract, right? The offer will then send back to the NFT owners. I'm waiting for him to accept my my offer, and as soon as he accepts my offer, the NFT will be locked on the smart contract, and the fund will be transferred to his wallet immediately. Right. So when someone accepted your offer, your accepted loan will be in here. So so I prior to the meeting, I created some kind of loan using my Meta Bounty Hunters NFT to borrow a 150 USDC 30 day for 49% APY, right? And right now I received that fund, which is you can see here in my USDC balance. I have 150 extra USDC in my balance. So, and right now I think it's time for me to pay back the loan because I need that NFT. What I need to do is just click on the action, which is pay, and it will calculate the payment on my wallet, and I have to pay the gas fee as well. Waiting for the transaction to confirm, and it will automatically transfer my fund from my wallet to the crypto investor plus interest, and then I can receive the NFT back. Right. So right now the offer is terminated, and I got my NFT back in my assets. So let's check it out right here. So and what if I default the loan, right? So let's say I go into listing loan, right? And someone and I use my NFT as a collateral, and I borrow some fund, and somehow like I just default that loan. So the NFT will be transferred to the newest owner, which is the crypto investor. So right now, let's say I hold on. Yeah, so let's choose a loan with very short amount of time right here. Right. So click order now, which is you accept all the terms that the NFT owners created. And right, I'm going to pay him to USDC. Right. So after 60 seconds, if he doesn't pay me back with the amount and plus interest, the NFT will be mine. So it will be listed here. So the amount I sent him is 2 USDC for 60 seconds, right? And during that time, I really want to talk about POM protocol a little bit. So POM protocol is a general protocol. It provides infrastructure for for NFT lending platform like NFTPawn. So our mission is to accelerate the development process. So we really want to have more applications, NFT lending applications that using our platform as a foundation. We will provide a smart contracts and backend APIs for them to increase the production time and focus their energy, focus on their resources in building their own NFT project, or to build community, right? And it will be beneficial for them, and it will help the network grow, and it will increase the transaction for the network as well. So that is our vision of POM protocol, right? And right, I'm still waiting for the loan to default, right? So after 60 seconds, right, and the NFT owners cannot pay back the loan plus interest, right? So this NFT is actually liquidated, and I can claim this NFT back to my wallet. So what I need to do is just click on claim and sign a contract. The NFT will be in my collection, right? And also you have to pay for the gas fee. Right, so let me check my asset, and here we go. The NFT is in my collection. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your time, and thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you for the presentation, team. And Philip and Song, it's your time.
Hi guys. First off, that looks fantastic. I just have two questions here. I'll try not to drag them out. So just to make sure that I understand, the users are the ones who are setting the value that they are ascribing to those NFTs, correct? You're not taking that value from like an external marketplace, taking the floor price or anything like that. It's the users are saying, this is how much I think this NFT is worth. Therefore, this is the rate that I'm using. Is that correct?
Well, it's correct, but it's not the full picture. So we really want to provide a much more in-depth information. So we think that we need to work. What's our plan is to work with the NFT marketplaces and to have some sort of partnership that we can use their data, their historical data, in terms of transaction volume and the project. So we can input that into our UI, and then user can use that information as some sort of like reference, right? For like example, floor price, transaction volume, etc., and to have their own decision based on that information that we provide. So that is the full answer.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I was thinking of the case of where you might have a floor price that's up like 1,000% over the course of like a week, and then a user doesn't know it, and then how would they be protected against their own ignorance of what's happening to the price of that kind of thing. So this is all kind of not super relevant, but it gets to that whole issue of like pricing. And finally, the last question I have is, I tried to look around, I could not find the answer to this, but do you plan on making this a protocol that's tokenized to where borrowers and lenders are incentivized for doing it, or is this a purely tokenless peer-to-peer marketplace that you're trying to create to get people incentivized to use it in some way?
Well, we have a plan to provide the token, but right now all the information about our tokenomic and token utility model is still in under development. We want to create some sort of like a decentralized platform where all the information will be decided by the community. For example, in here we have a platform fee of in this case 1%, right? And we want to have a government token that allows our community to vote on, let's say, new features or maybe reduce the platform fee to, let's say, 0.5%. So that's the goal.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so hi there. Yeah, it's a like a really creative ideas about like making more use case for the NFT, I believe. And like that we are running a venture capital and we focus more on the like the user base. So I'm wondering, like just like Phil's already mentions about the like the general price. So maybe for my like in my opinion, you might collaborate not only to the NFT platform, like the NFT platform itself, but also for the collect like the creators of the NFT, and like to analyze the use case of the NFT to make sure that the value that you are like maybe you can do some kind of like suggestion for the value of the NFT, so that when the user they are creating a loan, or even for the user who are accepting the loan, they would got like more information to make sure that they can control their risk. And anyways, when the user using the platform and there is a control, then they can stay longer with the platform or with the like the market, right? And I also have a question for you that I can see that you take some like the platform fee, right, for any transactions. So what are those would be used for, or like device into any like use case that you can not only to like incentivize the like the user who use the platform, but also in your strategy to like to focus to some kind of markets, or like to engage with some kind of like gray NFT collectors. So make sure that the user from the user of the NFT collections community would be the potential user of your platform. Yep.
Right. So thank you for Sung for your grateful information and input. So to answer the question, well, our plan in using the token for the platform is first of all incentivize users. So the platform fee would be used to pay for the our crypto holders for the platform crypto holders that can stack their token in order to get the the interest and to provide a liquidity pool for our platform to run. The second is we also use some of the fee to build the community to fund the development team because Pom Protocol is not just a single application. It's like a platform that support all the developers to accelerate their development process. So we are having team with people that with knowledge in the field and trying and ready to support those new decentralized applications. So one of the fee would be to help the team to get support for the team and trying to run the platform. But later on, the fee will be again decided by the community, by the crypto holders, right? So and then after that, the Pom protocol will be fully deployed on the blockchain of Avalanche, and we run by the community, and we receive all the input and trying to develop a better and much safer protocol and platform. So if that answers your question.
Yeah, so thank you for your answer. I think that you also need to to take note about the kind of risk that NFT the NFT market is free, right? Any user
Right.
that can create the market, they can list on the NFT marketplace, and they can do the transaction to create the history the historic data, or kind of that maybe in the future when you use the data basing on the data, then it might be some kind of not accurate informations. Yeah, so we have to also do the analysis. You might do the develop the analysis function to make sure that all the behavior on the NFT would be real, be from the real user. So we via that way, then we can know that the value the valuations of the NFT is accurate, and for the risk of the user. And you know that for I believe that most of the user who come to your platform to accept the loan, not only that they
Right.
are interested to the NFT, but they are also looking forward to get a high use opportunity to to interact with your platform, right? So the final result they are looking for is to be safe and to get the high yield from that. So
Yes.
doing careful analysis for the historic price actions of the NFT would be a really high priorities, and that would be my suggestions. Yeah,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
for your
Thank you for
information,
the
that
suggestion.
I'm getting for the retail user from my side. Then we can support you in the future when you when you finish your platform as well. Yeah.
So thank you, Sung, for your information and your connection. I think we can, connect with you after the meeting to discuss more details. And get back to you, Chris from Dorahacks.
Cool. Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation, and thanks, Judge, for the questions. If you need connections after the demo, feel free to let us know. We would love to help you guys to connect. Yeah, and we're gonna move to the next project, which is the CryptoBeatsVR. And yeah, Aaron.
Yep. Hi. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep. Give me a moment. Okay. Is everything good on your side?
Yep, we can see it.
All right. Okay, so my name's Aaron, and today I'm going to present to you our CryptoBeatsVR project. So CryptoBeatsVR is actually best described as a music action hybrid game, and I'll be sharing with you the vision, concept, roadmaps, some work in progress. Not last but not least, the core team members. Yep. So the motivation behind creating a game such as CryptoBeatsVR is to debunk the impression that gaming is a diversion or distraction from reality. So gaming has been around for several decades, and the overall impression of games has always been kind of negative. So making a living as a gamer currently is only a possibility for the top percentile of the gaming population, be it through donation from streams or esports tournament. So this is where CryptoBeats VR steps in to break the unfairness and hopefully becomes the norm over time. Yep. So the idea of CryptoBeats VR is to bridge the gaps between players, artists, content creators, and investors, and place them into one ecosystem. I'll touch on this part later in the presentation. Yep. So CryptoBeats VR is a virtual reality music game that is free to play, and we're following the play to earn, create to earn, and invest to earn model. So by combining the free to play and play to earn models, it actually creates a leisure economy that makes it possible for anyone to make a living as a gamer. So the free to play concept allows millions of gamers to actually enjoy the game without any prior investments. Yep. So before we proceed further, I would like to share with you a bit of the storyline of CryptoBeats VR and what is it about. So this game actually take place in the future in the year 5000, where Earth is no longer around because it's not favorable to live on anymore. So humans have actually created giant spacecraft called the Titans, capable of traveling through galaxies. And mankind have actually found a planet that has been emitting an unknown source of energy. And this energy is discovered to be able to power the spacecraft and is estimated to last for a few centuries. So this is when humans decide to dock the Titan on this planet and name the planet Neo, Neo, because we are in this new galaxy. There are actually unknown threats that we are not known of, right? So as humans travel around the area, they actually discover extraterrestrial beings that are hostile and can only be destroyed using sound tech weapons. And so this is where the gameplay comes in. A music game that is different from other music games, whereby the music notes will actually appear in the form of extraterrestrial beings and space hazard like meteors. Right, so we actually prepared a bit of a short demo gameplay. All right, so I'll be sharing with you next the game design and the game modes that will be available for players. Right, so firstly will be the solo mode. So this is a typical mode for players to play the game on their own. So they'll be able to select the songs, the difficulty, and at the end of the song, the amount of tokens will be awarded to the player based on the performance, like for example, number of combos made for the song. All right. So for co-op mode, players are actually able to partner up with another player to attempt a song. So they will actually be playing the songs together, and the scores will be determined by, as in the total grade will be determined by the performance of both players. And versus mode will be a classic PvP mode where two players will stake a certain amount of tokens, and then a winner takes all. So there's actually a mode that is not displayed here that I would like to tease a little for the community, which is boss mode. So boss mode is actually the more a true definition of the music action genre. So this mode is actually played the same as the other modes as I mentioned earlier, just that there is a boss present in this mode. So it will be split into two phases, a music phase and an attacking phase. So these two phases will alternate throughout the song. The players will play as per normal during the music phase, and the score for that phase will actually determine the amount of damage dealt to the boss in the attacking phase. So the stage will only be cleared if the boss HP reach 0 at the end of the song, otherwise the stage fails. So it's an engaging mode that I hope you guys are as excited as we are. So I'll be touching on the ways that players are able to earn in the game. So players are able to obtain missions from the Grand Hall in terms of quests. So on top of earning tokens from normal gameplays, players can actually earn extras from quests. And this quest will be something like getting a total accuracy of 80% or higher for a normal difficulty song, or getting an A rank in any song, something like that. And players can also stream their gameplay in concert halls, which is one of the interactive areas in the game. So streamers can opt to set a concert ticket price to players who want to view the stream, and the price of the tickets will be given to the streamers. And last but not least, CryptoBeatsVR will have occasional tournaments with a leaderboard system and prize pool. Players who are on the leaderboard will be awarded tokens based on their ranks. So that's the play to earn aspect. So I'll be touching on the create to earn model in CryptoBeatsVR. So if the gameplay is not your cup of tea, they actually will have a community that is more keen to design things like weapon skins or apparels. So once the design item is approved and sold on the marketplace, the creator will actually earn royalty in the form of tokens. Yep. So speaking of weapon skins, here are a few weapon models that we can show you guys. So this current model that you're seeing now is the one that we shown in the game demo earlier. Okay, so let's talk about CryptoBeats VR ecosystem. So as I mentioned earlier, the idea of CryptoBeats VR is to bridge the gaps between players, artists, content creators, and investors alike. So we're not just aiming for a leisure gaming aspect of the game, but also as a social hub for people to connect. So for Neo, you can see the main area will be the Grand Hall. So this is where players can actually look for another partner to play, for example, the co-op mode, or for investors to actually engage in conversation with another person. So it will actually be one of the hot areas or hotspots in the game. So we have the Legion Hall, which is going to be one of the more important areas as well, is for players to create a guild and to recruit players into the guild. So marketplace is where all the transaction will go through. We have the tournament hall. Studio and workshops are for players to design weapon skins and apparel skins respectively. And we have the Congress, which is the game's DAO. So players can go to vote on certain activities such as the next series of weapon skins or where the game funding should be allocated to. So planets in the same galaxy as Neo are available to conquer. So players in the same legions are able to build their own bases on the planets they conquer. And the Starship is the player's personal Titan spacecraft. And this is where the player go when they want to engage in any sort of gameplay. So CryptoBeats VR will feature two types of token, a native token RHR and an in-game currency Neo currency. So this chart shows the flow of the tokens and how the game is going to sustain over time. So the chart is a little bit overwhelming, but the main point will be the advertisement portion. So giant banners and screens will be built in hot areas in Neo, like the Grand Hall and other populated places. So players and companies in the future will be able to place their advertisement on these banners and screens with a token fee. So this will boost their ad awareness, as well as the token received from the advertisement are actually flown back into the treasury. So I'll share more on the usage of the RHR tokens in the game. So firstly, RHR tokens can be utilized in the DAO voting system, where one token equals to one vote count. So the more tokens you hold, the more voting rights a player has. So the tokens can also be used for staking. So staking will allow the player to earn passive tokens over time, and it can be converted to the neo currency, which is the in-game currency. So let me briefly touch on the roadmap and our current progress. So the gameplay is completed. We are in the midst of optimizing our gameplay environment and the visuals, and we will be kickstarting our fundraising very soon. So we are also in talks with some local and international artists in terms of the partnership with the game. And I believe in the late quarter 2 of the year, we'll be looking to officially announce all the partnerships and prepare for both private and public token sales. All right, to end off, this is our core team. So alongside myself, there is Charles for Chief Operations. We have Ethan, Chief Product, as well as Ian, Chief Marketing. Yep, so with that, I will end my presentation. Thank you.
Hi, Aaron.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Aaron. First of all, thank you very, very much for that. That was, I love music. So one of the, I have two questions here, and one of those is, I think you may have already touched on this. However, I just want to make sure that I understand it. Is what are one of the parts of these sort of gameplay, or one of the parts that's super engaging, is the fact that the music is something that users can really connect with. So in terms of licensing and music and all of that stuff and partnerships, are you more focused on the the gamification or the gaming aspect, the user experience, the gameplay, or are you also heavily focused on that music side of it to where you're bringing in people there? That's one question. And then the second question is something you guys put not only on your Dorahacks, I mean the page explaining your project, but something you just mentioned here during the presentation was sustainability. And one of those ways of sustainability for your ecosystem, and specifically your token, was advertising. So do you have a lot of people lined up ready to advertise with you, or how do you see that kind of playing out, if that's going to be a strong anchor for sustainability in the ecosystem? Like, what happens if that part of what you're building kind of dries up a bit and there's not a ton of advertising, but still the gameplay is really good, people are earning, but nothing's kind of coming back to put more upside or upsell, I'm sorry, the sort of there's up and down pressure in a market. So what happens if that advertising component were taken out? Would the system still be able to maintain itself? So those are the two primary questions I have.
I think let me just address the advertisement portion first. Yep. So of course, before, when the game first launched, I believe there won't be a lot of advertisements or player base to run this. That's why we actually have this liquidity pool for sustainability at the starting phase. So after that, most of the advertisement will actually come from the player base first, because the advertisement banners and screens are actually open for players as well. So they can be doing advertisements such as they have just created a guild, they're actually recruiting. So all these smaller scale advertisement will actually come in play first, and then in the future, when there is more collaboration with other companies, then that would actually continue the flow of the advertisement cycle.
Fantastic. And as far as the music goes, is that, how important is that to you as a component of what you're building?
I believe the music portion is a very big aspect as well. So we're actually looking to hoping that artists actually publish their music on our platform as well. So some examples is, you can see that there are actually artist that does non-copyrighted songs, for example, on YouTube, probably on SoundCloud and stuff like that. So they can actually do it on our platform, and then they can kind of monetize it on our platform as well. So there's a way for, as what we mentioned, for artists other than players to kind of utilize this CryptoBeats VR as well.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
Yeah, I also got some question for you. So the model you're focusing right now is play to earn, and as a like at a matter, so you see that in the market there are so many play to earn project out there, and play to earn make people focus more on earn model. Like they focus on earning, not playing. So on what kind of strategy you might create to to control the greed or the disappointment if like the how to say like when people focus more on earning, then they would focus less on playing, and therefore they cannot enjoy your platform and do what you are directing them to do. So what's your strategy on solving those? And for like any play to earn project, the inflation of the in-game incentivized tokens is a big problem. So how can you like control the inflation problem? And you know that because like for example, if you are a normal music project, then it's okay. But like this is crypto markets, and people in this market, they are not just focused on like using music or for the entertainment, but they also focus more on the finance aspect as well. So maybe you can let me know more about your strategy in those. Yep.
I think for that aspect, those for those targeted audience, they can actually focus more on the create to earn aspect as compared to the play to earn aspect. Yeah, because there is actually limitless potentials at the create to earn aspect as well. Create to earn model for the game.
Okay, got you. And for for any music project, so it's really important for you to get the license from the the owner of those songs as well. So yeah, you should focus more on those. And uh yeah, and for another question that you are to integrate the VR, right? So would that be available right at launch, or it would be like really later? Can you hear me?
Actually, we will go in stages, but ultimately it will be on the VR platform.
Yeah, got you. So we are really looking forward to try your product. So whenever it's ready, and if you need our help in terms of acquiring more user, especially for the I believe especially for the live streamers, then they would direct you to the right user. Like maybe they can focus more on playing and they can earn while playing. That this would be the right strategy for remaining those kind of projects. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Aaron, for the presentation. We're gonna move to the next project, which is the Dante Network. Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Just wait for a minute. Can you see my screen?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Hello everyone, glad to be here today. I'm Murphy from Dante Network, so I'll just cut to the gist. So what is Dante Network? Well, in simple words, Dante Network is a general cross-chain protocol stack in Web3 that provides interoperability and interconnection for dApps in Web3. which connects the different chains together like the internet protocol. It's a middleware to empower the multiple ecosystems to collaborate in our Web3 world, and this will let the users and developers in Web3 have experiences just like in the current internet. So we know in the past, computers had no connections. They were readable only or had limited connections in the local area networks. And after we have HTTPs, TCP/IP protocols, hop switches, and routers, now we have a global internet, which put us together here to have this conversation without restrictions, right? So this is what we Dante Network want to do in Web3 world.
So hi. Sorry for interrupt.
Oh.
I think your PowerPoint is stuck. Oh yeah. Right now it's good.
Oh, okay.
Right now it's good. But we didn't see the second page of the PowerPoint.
Okay, can you see that now?
Not really. We right now it's stuck at the third page. Right now it's fourth page.
Okay.
Yeah, I think right now it's good. Right now.
Okay, I'll just keep it now. Okay. So we're inspired by the current internet, and we think in Web3 we should do better and take advantages of brilliant features of blockchain like decentralization, openness, and instant mechanisms. So we have this now. So as we see in the current situation of Web3, many public chains are like lands. They still have natural barriers between each other, and it derives the development of cross-chain bridges and a concept of multi-chain cross. So the expansion of EVM compatibility and layer 2 users and developers start to realize the importance and rigid demand of cross-chain and multi-chain. But the current service of cross-chain bridges or the collaborations of different chains have its limitations, like the security issues, cumbersome verification process, complex development environment, or some native restrictions. So Dante Network offers a product as Dante general cross-chain protocol stack. We call it as Dante Word Tree. It will empower the open collaboration and development of dApps, as well as integration and scheduling the capabilities of public chains. So the goal of Dante Network is to become the OSI, Open System Interconnection in Web3, providing the decentralized infrastructure that connects blockchain ecosystems, applications, and digital assets. So you can see we have some unique features. Well, on one hand, we want to offer complete interoperability for users and developers in Web3. So Dante is not just about cross-chain token swap. We could send messages among different chains and realize a cross-chain smart contract invocation. And on the other hand, the service we offer could be customized to multiple scenarios. For example, if the request has high requirements for the security, Dante would sacrifice some time or efficiency to make this transaction happen, and vice versa. So this is from the perspective of developers that you can regard the Dante network as a word tree in Web3. So they will observe the capabilities and resources of different public chains by using the service provided by Dante Network. And how we do this, so here's the technical stack of Dante Network. Well, on the right, it is a comparison to the internet protocol. Well, on the left, they are what we are gonna offer to Web3 users. The client SDK is for dApp developers to integrate into their own systems so that the apps can directly call a smart contract of other chains. And the branches, what we call as collection and distribution center, are like brains in the system to schedule the request from the apps and integrate the resources and capabilities that are introduced into Dante by adaptation nodes. And then the variable adapter will execute the command from the branches. The adapter provides a basic service for the node to generate standardized proof. It is the off-chain part of the specific implementation of parallel router scheduling technology. This is also one of our key technologies in Dante Network we used. And the adaptation node is actually the physical layer that runs the adapter protocol to perform data intercepting, handling, and verification. It will reliably transport the specific data from the source chain to the target chain, and according to the scheduling command of the system. And also, additionally, like the user-defined nodes can introduce the capabilities and resources of their own chains into Dante Network. And this shows the workflow of the overall Dante system, like what I just said before. Overall, Dante Network can provide a standard and a general data verification protocol to execute the data verification and access in a trustless situation. This is very important. Additionally, Dante can execute transactions and collaborations among multi-chains while guarantee the security and privacy. So the value proposition of Dante is like the center for scheduling service. We emphasize on the interaction and interoperability of multi-chains. And I think the ideas and the products we offer are very advanced. And the use cases could be very diverse, like I showed here. For users, they can travel among different chains with the only decentralized identification generated in their native chain after using that network to verify the authentication of their ID and assets. And for developers, they can simply call smart contract of other chains to develop their apps on no matter what chain they choose to stay. So here's the tokenomics of Dante. There's 1 billion token DAT in total, 50 for community, 20 for team, 15 for fundraising, and another 15 left for the foundation. So the system sets up a network development fund and inflation rate to keep the health development of the economy. The fund consists of two parts. One part is a cut from transaction fees, and the other part is the system annual additional issuance. The sum of these two parts will not exceed 5% of the initial total issuance each year. With the mature and stable operation of the system, transaction fees will account for the majority of the incentive fund, and the annual additional issuance of the system will gradually decrease from a maximum of 5% to even no more additional issuance. So this shows the trend of the economy of Dante Network. And I'm going to show a demo we built now to show the partial functions of Dante Network about the cross-chain part. Wait for a minute. So here, can you see that? Okay, yes, okay. Here's the demo. So the first demo is to send a greeting message from the smart contract on Avalanche, and the cross-chain service with Dante provide will send the message to the smart contract on Near. Meanwhile, we can check the transaction status on the Avalanche and Near both. So you can see this. And here's the second demo. So in a second demo, it's about sending an addition operation request from near, and Dante sends the request to Avalanche. And after we have the result calculated on Avalanche, Dante sends the result back to near. You can see we have a result now. Yes, so here's the end of the demo. The demo and the SDK, the client SDK, the first version of the client SDK, we already published on our GitHub page. Anyone can check it now. So that's basically the overall presentation of Dante Network. Thank you. You can ask me questions if you have any.
Hi, Michael. First off, thank you so much for that presentation. Our team, we're really sort of, I mean, we live and breathe this kind of multi-chain, cross-chain, omni-chain. I mean, this is extremely important right now. So I have two questions. One is because I'm a bit stupid, and I need you to explain it to me one more time. And
Okay.
the other question is just so generally speaking, what is the difference between if what is in simple terms, what is the main difference between the client SDK that you're building and the adaption SDK that you're building? Who are the same types of people using these two SDKs, or do they have completely different use cases?
Oh, they have different use cases. Well, the client SDK is for DApp developers. They will like use this SDK and integrate this SDK into their own systems. So after that, they will be able to enjoy the service we provide. And the adaption SDK is for how to say for nodes,
Node
and
providers.
they will for nodes who runs the nodes, and they will like introduce their they use this adaption SDK to introduce the capabilities and resources of public chains and introduce those abilities into Dante Network, so that for dApps they can call this like these abilities to use this abilities like this.
Okay, fantastic. And the other question is, right now, most of the applications that well, not most, but a lot of these multi-chain, cross-chain applications, really what we try to do is create like this single interface where the user doesn't really care or doesn't really know what blockchain they're using. It's not important, right? But
Yeah.
it's still like a very uncomfortable user experience, because you have to switch from MetaMask, you have to switch to like Avalanche, or you have to switch back to BNB Smart Chain, or you have to do this, do that, do this, do that. In your
Yeah.
opinion, what what is like a perfect example of an application that a user would go to right now using the technology that you've built that would be a really, really perfect example of like, okay, this is exactly what we want people to be to be understanding, like this is what we can build on top of our tech stack?
I think this is a really difficult question, and I think what we're doing right now, are trying to together, all of us are trying to solve these questions, and actually, Dante wants to provide such an interface that could let users not switch too many times. They could just use Dante to call the service of other platforms, but we're discussing with other DApps now and other public chains now to try to think of a way to solve this question. And I literally don't have a good answer to your question, and we're trying to work on that. So, if you
Okay.
have a really good, we can discuss this later.
Yeah, we'll talk and discuss later, because I absolutely love the idea of what you're building, and it's super, super, super needed. But I would absolutely love to talk with you after and just kind of understand deeper.
Okay, of course. Thank you.
Yeah, Phil got me this time, so yeah, I have no more questions for this. Yeah, love the idea and looking forward to use that, because like we use those function a lot, so looking forward to a perfect product so that we can apply it. We can use it all in one, not to like to use multiple like cross-chain platform because of just the liquidity or the arrival times. Yeah, looking forward to.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you so much. We will talk with you later. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Dante Network, for the presentation. And we're going to move to the next project, which is the PooZone. And Yuna, it's your time.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I will share my screen. Okay, could you see that?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Yuna from PooZone. Nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for your time. It's my honor to be here to introduce PooZone. Okay. And the content is divided into seven parts. First of all, we designed PooZone because we have been living in Web 2 for the past 2 decades. It's not characterized by a technological shift. It's seen from changing the way we use the internet. Web 2 is an interconnected version that enables users to create, share, and publish content. The ordinary being is no longer a passive observer. On the contrary, everyone is playing an active creative role, but Web2 always has a photo flow, data protection, and privacy issues, data ownership, monopoly, and so on. So, PooZone was born. PooZone is an individualized social space based on Web3. It's both an easy way to share, open, and individualized domain name system. It's also a completely customized and manageable decentralized individual space. Bring users a friendly social experience and help users explore Web3 easily. And then PooZone has 4 features. The first one, individualize the social space. Make your space attractive and reflect your brand by customize colors, images, and templates. Interact with friends, share your social posts, websites, music, and favorites, and display them anywhere. The second, pool land system. Pool land system is a decentralized land system and an important part of PooZone. It can be used as a unified digital assets collection account or as a account to access general internet services. And then NFT social space. PooZone will build NFT pavilions to help users showcase their favorite NFTs. digital collectibles in a unique way. Not only that, NFT pavilions can help you manage NFTs in a more convenient and individualized way. The last collect and show. Bookmark favorite moderators' websites, music, and posts for quick links to the content you want. Record and showcase your Web3 Junior anytime and where. Then it's product. PooZone is a Web3 space that makes it easier for crypto enthusiasts to communicate. Users can easily define and manage their personal homepage, profile, and homepage background can be changed to their favorite NFT. So, as you reflect their identity, highlight their own individualized space, dress up the background, interests, and hobbies. The Space Home Paint app alone is your NFT pavilion, which can collect and manage NFT better. Users will be able to purchase their favorite NFT directly from the NFT pavilion of the crypto project, which will be more secure, convenient, and quicker, rather than just through the NFT platform. In addition, we think it's important for like-minded people to get together, and PooZone has different labels based on tokens and NFT and projects. For example, project token holder or project NFT holder. All holders of this token and NFT can discuss directly. In addition to profile pics and background NFT, PooZone will also support decentralized background music NFT, which you can use as space background music, including GF, profile NFT, and things like that. And users can display their personalized space anywhere. PooZone provides users with an easy to manage favorite folder function. After connecting to the wallet, users can save their favorite project links, pictures, moderator space, and so on, which can be managed, classified, and shared. Um, and PooZone also allows users to customize their profile pics, space color, background NFT, space template NFT, and even individualize the poop space icon to record their life in Web3. The more important application scenario is that users can share their individualized space and the social link business card showing their identity in the Web3 world. Meanwhile, based on the NFT social graph, PooZone tries to track almost all depths, usage, and interaction records authorized by users through wallet's address, including various DeFi protocols used, NFT purchase and sale records, which platforms NFTs are held, and active on social media, building connections between users, communities, and friends to from an easy-to-use, permissionless, composable, user-owned, decentralized social system. Okay, then it's our tokenomics distribution is 10 billion. Fundraising token finance via in C-round funding raised 1 million donors for 10% share, and the evaluation is 10 million. This is our roadmap. We completed initial blockchain integration on Avalanche in the first quarter of this year. Custom background, space favorites, link business card, PooZone version first testnet. What we are working on right now is PooZone integration on ETH and BNB chain. PooZone version first mainnet and the custom background NFT, decentralized music NFT. We will continue to make PooZone a better experience for our customers. And our team, we are anonymous, yep. And finally, I'm going to show you a demo video. Please just wait a moment. Okay. Okay, and we will update more features in the future. Stay tuned. Thank you for listening. If you're interested in PooZone, and I'd love to hear from you. Hello.
Hi, Tarun. Yes, Ashok. Yes, Ajay. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Una. I just have one question. Social, anything social or anything related to communities. It's. I understand that every single community has. I think you have there's like a phone going on in the background, but there's a. So my question is, so for example, some people use WeChat, some people use Kakao, some people use Telegram. So who is your target market? Who are you targeting as your sort of startup communities that you're trying to get into this application, actually using it? Because it's really hard to pull people away from what they're already using. So what's your sort of strategy there?
Okay. Okay, this is a good question, and um, and when PooZone designs the token economic model, it provides a large proportion of incentives and rewards for um, for creators and community contributors, and we will cooperate with many Vienna projects such as Web3 and social in the future. Yes, I think in we will uh,
Yeah.
Okay,
So for example, you know, in some countries, they like smileys. In some countries they like ice cream. Some countries they like poo. Some countries they like bananas. So this Western in the West, for example, everyone likes monkeys and apes and all of these types of things. So the question, I think, is more of, where do you kind of see this project gaining market penetration? I think that's the question, is where do you wish to get most of your initial audience for the platform?
all right. I think in our life, PooZone is just I say PooZone is an individualized social space. I think it can support an easy way to share the users' opinions and their interests and hobbies. So it's open and individualized. So I think it's and bring users a friendly social experience and help users explore Web3 easily. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
No question from my side, Chris. So take your time.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Yuna, for the presentation. And we're gonna move to the last but not the least project today, which is the SongRise. Also an old friend of Dorahacks. Tom, that's your time. Feel free to start.
Hey everyone. Let me share my my video file. Just a second. So this is our demo, and I guess oh yeah, this is Tom from SongRise, and we focus on just a second. It's play automatically. Okay, so we focus on developing music NFT utility tools and access controls. We also provide monetization analytics to help music artists earn better. And since the time is really limited, we can just jump directly into the demo. And here, as you can see, you can just type necessary info such as NFT price and numbers. You can upload 2 types of quality of music, and one is normal quality, and the other one is a lossless copy. And only NFT owners can access lossless copy. And the lossless quality of music will be stored in the decentralized storage to make it secure and permanent. And the normal quality version will be stored in the AWS for streaming purpose, for more frequent requested. And here you can embed the utilities into NFTs, and we divide our utilities into 2 categories, and there are built-in utilities and customizable utilities. Sorry, it goes too fast. And so here you just need to add, and we will have more utilities here, and we will integrate the most common utility scenarios as built-in utilities, such as access to a community channel, like online or metaverse concerts, and merge store discounts, and so on. We also want to keep the flexibility of utility customizations. We have actually received lots of different requests from different artists. Like one artist even have a coffee franchise, and he wants to add benefits for his NFT owners to redeem free coffee monthly. And some artists want to have their NFT owners to participate in their creation process, music creation process, such as voting for which soundtrack to be used in their new song. Okay, let's continue. And as you can see, you can add collaborators, and you can invite them. As artists, you can invite your collaborators to this and specify their industrial roles and split the payment split weights. This is really crucial to the music industry, because one of the biggest problems in the music industry is middleman. Because every middle person, it's a black box, and any black boxes can cause payment disputes, and any disputes can cause payment delays and deductions. Actually, some artists could potentially be this middleman as well. Normally, there are like multiple artists to produce a song, and one artist might be responsible for income distributions for his collaborators. And we have done some survey. We found that there's collaborators wants to have a transparent and a more instant payment. That's why we putting payment splits on chain is really crucial, and artists can withdraw their income whenever they want. So here you can just set up a schedule launch, or you can just publish here. So yeah, you can see the utilities are already embedded in these NFTs. And let's switch to a user account. So here is our user account. You can use different payment solutions. Actually, we're providing 3 payment solutions. The first is fiat payment solutions with using credit card, and second it will be like a decentralized wallet payment solution such as MetaMask, and you can also deposit cryptos to your wallet, either your wallet on SongRise or your decentralized wallet to make necessary payment. And as you can see here, after you purchase, you can also comment in this section, and the artists can reply here, and the people can like your comment as well. Let's wait for a minute. Maybe we can just. Can access maybe not. And you can access the link. The artist just provided like embedded, and you can see here the virtual concert. The virtual concert. We are going to launch our own virtual concert app, like in late this month or like early May. So we will have a really immersive music concert specifically designed for musicians, and the audience can show their face and can applause, and the artist can control the audio level, and there are many features. And here you can also just use just like one click to access musicians community channel. Here we just integrate the Discord because we feel Discord is a really good app. And then you can see here there's no such artist channel yet. And we just copy the username, and we just paste the username to check. And you see the artist username is this. And right now, Discord channel just appeared this channel, and you are already in the Discord channel. And once you claim it, you cannot try again. You can only claim once. And here, as I said, you can comment. And you can check the owners, and you can check the transactions and on-chain, and also like your additions as well. Here is a simple demo of our authentication SDK, and you can see that we currently don't have this NFT to access this website, this exclusive content. Because we don't hold this specific NFT, and just for convenience, we just hosted this page on our own website, but it can be used across platform. so we just tested like we just copy the token number. Sorry, I cannot see correctly. We just copy the token numbers of the NFT we just issued. And right now, here is another exclusive, maybe exclusive content or event. And right now you can see, since we purchased an NFT, this is our Avalanche address, so it has access. And here we just provide all these APIs to our clients, which are artists, labels, or music organizations, so they can just build the gate on their own website. And I also want to explain why authentication SDK need to be cross-platform. As I mentioned, we can provide more flexibility for artists or companies or organizations to customize their own utilities on their own server. The second reason is it's safer. So if user only get a link, something like a link like this, private link, it can be easily exposed or shared to other people. So if it's gated on the host server, users need one more step to pass the authentication process by checking their wallet if that wallet has that NFT. And lastly, it will also leverage another feature to be developed. We call it benefit dropper. This feature can help artists or NFT issuers accurately target the high value listener or users or fans and expand their help them expand their fan groups easier. And we will review this feature later. And our next plan is that we are going to launch 4 features in Q2. The first feature is the utility launchpad. The second feature is the cross-platform authentication SDK. And the third feature is a benefit dropper. So people and organization can drop a benefit on a specific collection owner or or a combination of collections. And the last is a dashboard. The dashboard is designed to help artists know their fans better, so they can know their fan segmentations, who are their most valuable fans, and so they can use our utility launchpad to better tailor the benefits based on different segmentation of group of fans. We also integrate some recommendation algorithm. It will include 2 parts. The first is a music recommendation to fans, and the second is that if you remember, we add an industrial role as a beginning, so we can also recommend analyze different artists' fan base. If we see there's a potential to grow their fan base, if they collaborate, we'll recommend collaborations for different artists as well. I think that's it. And big appreciation to Dorahacks and Avalanche for hosting such a great hackathon. To help our blockchain projects.
Great. Great to know you. And so for your platform, I believe that the platform you're creating is to to create for the creators with the target to remove any probable middlemen, and also at the same time you can create the fan zone for all the creators. But in the music or in the entertainment market, as you know, especially in the maybe in the Korean markets, so the middleman actually the guys who do the PR for the creators to make them famous, to help them to get more fans or kinder. So what's the advantage or what's your PR plan to acquire more user for those creators so that they can get a good amount of fans or the same act the same effects as the middlemen? So only I believe that only when solving the problem, then you can remove the roles of the middlemen and create like the platform for the creator themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And I think there are two reasons, why artists began to start their own, trying to be independent. There's a fact that the independent artist market is growing at a 30% rate, in the past 3 years, and the market just was over 100 $10 billion. It's growing really fast. And the reason is that I feel the hardware and software are more mature, so artists can have more ability. They don't have to rely studios from labels, and they can more easily to produce their music. And the second reason is that there's a lot of contractual obligations between the labels. And one specific maybe let me so there, for example, lots of artists cannot jump out of the contract maybe after 10 years or 15 years, and until they repay all the debt. But that debt is really unfair at the very beginning. So that's two reasons why independent artists there's another reason is that also the streaming popularity is more exposed. Streaming model have more exposures, but it doesn't generate enough revenue for artists. Because the streaming model appeared, 1/3 of the market, just a music industry, just the market just shrink 1/3. And because the model the streaming model does distinguish the value of the users, they are not trying to capture the people who really want to contribute to their money to the musicians, to the artists directly. And streaming also every streaming platform, they have a high competition. They want to capture larger market share, so they want to lower their barrier as much as possible, for their users to access unlimited catalogs. All those things sacrifice a musician's interest. And you mentioned that Korean market is a really special market because they have a really strong fine economy. Actually, most of European and US artists, they mainly rely on the streaming income and the offline the live performance income as well. And due to the COVID, their income shrank a lot. And so they are also looking for other opportunities to present their to maybe a live concert, or they are looking for other solutions as well. And 1,000 plays on Spotify only generates $3. YouTube are worse, and they also need to split this revenue to his collaborators as well. So yeah, musicians are suffering, and so that's why we build these tools, maybe to find their more valuable fans, and also to build tools to maintain their relationships.
Yeah, got you. Thank you for your answers. So it's your turn.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. I just have two questions. Well, I have
Yes.
one statement. And that's this project is freaking awesome, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I have one question. That API that you have, that post layer, because I saw that you have there's a read layer, there's a post layer. Is that for third-party developers that are building on top of your platform, or is that for the musicians who are trying to set up their own infrastructure so that they're still linked into what you're building, but they don't necessarily have to rely on your dApp itself? Who are you targeting with that API?
More like the second group of the users you mentioned. We already got lots of requests from the artists
Yeah.
some phenomenal artists, like even the
Yeah.
Oscar director is trying to collaborate with us on this. Like
Yeah.
so they want to embed like multiple utilities. Like
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, and it, yeah, I mean, to your point, there's two data point there's two things that I kind of pay really close attention to, and you know, I don't want to like shill your project for you, but there's two things that I pay very close attention to. One is that on Ethereum, a lot of people, a lot of independent artists are making very, very good money on platforms like Zora. So that whole video music industry, you know, they started selling only one or two or three editions of an NFT, and they made more money than they would make streaming 5 million plays of their album on
Yes,
Spotify.
exactly.
So I think one of the there's one thing about your pitch that I think I would improve. And it's one data point that I think people don't know. The amount of streams to get to $1,000 on YouTube Music is 500,000. On Pandora, it's like 800,000. On Spotify,
Yeah.
it's 300,000. So you need so much attention just to get $1,000. Whereas if you have an NFT community, well, all you need to have is possibly 20 to 50 NFT sales that would cover the cost of potentially 5 million streams. And so I think I'll probably ping you after this actually, guys. I love music. And I really think this is absolutely fantastic. And the point about indie artists during times like this especially need a way of finding income that's sustainable, and this is one of the ways that they've done it. And so yeah, kudos. This is just absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much for your accomplishment. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are really encouraged like to develop like a more mature solutions for artists. And our co-founders are artists themselves. And Andre just got a Grammy award last weekend, so we were really excited. And yeah,
Okay,
another
that's
co-founder.
why. That's why you understand this so much. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I got it. That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was great.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. I guess then that's it for today. I want to thank for all 5 projects that presenting today. You guys all did a very great job. It is really helpful, I think, for all the audience to understand what you guys are trying to do right now and what you guys are trying to build in the future. And I highly recommend for all the audience that if you are interested in any one of the project that present today, please feel free to engage with them through their social or in any way. I believe these teams are more than happy to answer your questions and talk with you guys. Yeah, and also please if you haven't followed Dorahacks YouTube, please make sure you do that. So like in the future, you won't miss out any of the great events like today's. And we will have more and more wonderful project demo session, workshops, and any other kinds of the videos for our community and the supporters. Yeah. And thank you very much, guys. Also, really thank for Philip and Son for your time and also all the questions. Really appreciate it. And hope you guys all doing great in the future and build the next superstar products in the Avalanche ecosystems. Cheers and see you guys soon.